What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Groovy tapping in with y'all boys, man. Welcome back to the channel. I got another video for y'all today. Larry Bird destroys the modern NBA. Larry Bird, one of the OGs of the game. Let's see what he got to say about the modern NBA, man. As y'all know, the OGs be having a mixed feelings about today's NBA. So let's see what Larry Bird, one of the greatest NBA players of all time, has to say about today's game. But before we get into it, though, like the video, show your boy Groovy some love, comment down below any videos y'all want me to react to next, and last but not least, sub up.
If they wanted to play basketball, we'd have a game. You know, it's disgraceful. It's embarrassment to me. I mean, they should be embarrassed. So I went to Larry, and I said, Larry, what was your attitude toward All-Star games? I wanted to win. We played competitive games. No, you don't want anybody to get hurt, but you played basketball, and you wanted to win.
And now it's the East with a fast break. Behind is back to Gervin, and Larry stayed with it. The scoring table is not yet clear. This is a three-pointer.
Yeah, Bird.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP!
When it comes to the 2020s era, really the past 10 years of basketball, there's two things everyone's noticed. First off, the rapid increase in threes taken, which of course detrimental to the game, but also the erosion of defense.
Jimmy, nice job. Oh, Duncan was by himself. Hero.
Nah, look at the defense. It's crazy. Why is he so wide open?
This is embarrassing for LO.
This is by far the worst team that has ever sat in this locker room.
Oh, hell
And
no.
as bad as those two crimes are, there's one that's a tad bit worse. And this one deals with the All-Star Game. As the All-Star Game back in the day, you know, it was a pretty compelling event, almost must-see TV. Then the late 2010s kind of declined, and now in the 2020s, it's a glorified shoot-around and basically unwatchable.
In front of this building.
Damn, 188
To
points.
the state of Indiana.
What the hell?
Put up two of them.
I mean, Reggie, gold medal, MVP.
For Towns, Halliburton.
Bro, what the hell is going on, bro?
205.
205?
I can't watch anymore.
God damn.
And look, I'll give Steph Curry credit, one of the few superstars who takes initiative, cares about fans. This guy, he wants to revitalize the All-Star Game, reinvigorate it with a new format. I think it's like a round-robin tournament. It's something new they've never done. It's kind of a gimmick, but at least he's trying. Now, for Steph, the one thing he doesn't realize, the All-Star Game, the format, the teams, that's not the problem. The real problem boils down to the players giving effort, having pride in the game, and feeling obligated to put on a show for the fans.
Facts.
It's not complicated.
And ask yourself, what does that mean? Does that mean play no defense, have wide open dunks, take 50-foot threes? No, that's not what it means. Entertaining basketball still involves defense. Are we asking for Game 7 level defense? Of course not. But just have some pride in defense, a little bit of pride in stopping your guy,
Damn,
and
what
helping
was
your
that?
team win. And getting
He
to the
didn't
main
even
topic
try to
of the
jump. He
video,
didn't even move.
that of course involves Bob Ryan, legendary columnist, as well as Larry Bird. And I'm sure you guys know this by now, Bird at this point doesn't make many public statements, public appearances, so when he says something, people really listen. And according to Bob, when they talked, Bird just trashed the All-Star Game, couldn't stand it. And last year's All-Star Game, of course, was in Indiana. And according
It says Larry Bird thinks the current NBA All-Star Game is a joke and is disgusted by it.
to reports, Bird actually gave a pep talk.
It says Larry Bird calls out NBA stars to play hard in 2024 All-Star Game. You got to compete.
I think that pregame told the guys to play hard, show out for his home state. And of course, what do? They make a mockery of the game, don't take it seriously. It was a trash event, the worst All-Star game to date.
Bro.
And what I wanted to
These
do very
highlights looking
thoroughly
bad.
was contrast Bird's era, his first All-Star game, versus the current era in the 2020s. And looking at Bird's era, I wasn't expecting this, but they interviewed the players pregame, talking about the importance of the All-Star game and what it meant to them as individuals.
Well, it means a lot to be selected as All-Star. I think it means a lot because you're considered maybe one of the best players in the league or close to it. So I think if I just go out and play the best I possibly can, I deserve to be here.
That's why I'm here, just have a lot of big fun and really try to win the game and enjoy it. I think that is one of the greatest achievements and greatest thrill of any basketball player, professional on the professional level, to play in an all-star game. This is my...
I ain't gonna lie. It's like back then the players just, you know, appreciated being an NBA player and being an all-star. And they actually cared about the game of basketball. You know what I'm saying? I feel like these new players, they can hoop, but they don't really love the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like once they make it to the league, they stop caring about the game. And then the bag is different. They throwing these players 100 M's. You know what I'm saying? So once they get that, the love for the game is out the window. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's rare that you see a Kobe Bryant, a Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying, the Larry Birds, the Magic Johnsons of the world. It's like these new generation players, like, they don't put no effort into the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want to get embarrassed or get posted on social media. You know, y'all know how that go.
At 12.
Well, I think the All-Star game is about showing the fans
but you got to give effort.
Things that they appreciate in what you play and what you do that they really enjoy. So
exactly.
I think it's time for us to come here and show the people what we can do.
And another thing, too, is where is the competitiveness, bro? Like, I feel like a lot of these players now, they don't compete. You know what I'm saying? Like, no defense being played, no efforts being played, no diving for loose balls, no, you know, none of that. Like, I don't really see that no more in today's game. Everybody wanting to settle for jump shots. Nobody's really attacking the rim. You know what I'm saying? Playing hard. You know, it's a soft era. I ain't gonna lie.
So stopping those clips right there, the only word I can think of is refreshing. Hearing players talk like that, nowadays if you hear someone talk like that, you're blown away. Back then, kind of the standard of the bar, the lowest requirement possible for an NBA superstar. I don't care which era you like the most, the 80s, the 90s, the current era, even the 70s, I could care less. But you gotta at least admit the current era, they're liking this mentality, this attitude when it comes to the All-Star game and just the game in general. And like Bob Ryan said in the intro, you're not trying to kill someone and take their head off in an All-Star game, but you're still playing basketball and trying to win. It's
facts. Ooh, they diving into chairs. Did y'all see that?
Basketball.
Look at the hustle. This is in an All-Star game.
Competitive, semi-competitive, and in the fourth quarter, it really ratchets up. For a lot of the modern day players, the All-Star game, I just think they're flat out scared to get embarrassed and scared to be that one guy who's actually trying.
I told you, they're scared to get embarrassed.
Everyone was trying.
Get posted on social media.
The sore thumb was the dude not trying. Now, speaking of giving effort and trying, here's the halftime score of this game from 1980.
What an offensive show we had here in the first half of this 30th annual NBA All-Star Game. We're tied at 64.
When I heard 64-64, I was absolutely blown away. That for today's NBA during the regular season is a halftime score of a lot of these games. And for an All-Star game, it's like the first quarter, early second quarter type score.
Yeah.
Back then, it was the halftime score. And the sad thing watching this game from the 80s, I mean, it's way superior to the current All-Star game, but even compared to the NBA games in the regular season,
look at the defense.
The defensive effort, even the offensive energy, it's semi-comparable. And looking at some current day NBA scores
look at the defense.
In this video is December 2nd, 2024. So looking at last night's scores from Sunday, here's the games at halftime that are most notable. Pacers Grizzlies, 68-62. Raptors Heat, also low 60s. Rockets OKC, same thing.
That's crazy.
Kings
they really
Spurs,
played defense back
higher,
then.
Then Mavs Blazers, 61-58. That is halftime scores for modern day NBA games. Compared to All-Star games 40 years ago, it's comparable in terms of score and defensive effort. The biggest problem for the NBA product right now in 2024, their games during the regular season, they're becoming games like at the All-Star game. It's just threes, layups, very little defense, and that's all you get.
Kicks it out, the Bridges three, drive and kick. Johnson is open. Titles as an assistant, one with ball, back out, pick and pop.
That's all it is in today's game. Threes.
Over Williams.
Ew.
Johnson, look for the open man. Keon Johnson is in.
Oh, that's crazy. Hell
I mean, that right there is an actual NBA game that rivals last year's All-Star game, the least competitive All-Star game to date. And I know I'm being redundant, but I want to
Look
hammer
at
this
that,
point
bro.
home. Let's do a blind cup
Ew.
today.
Look
And
how
I know
he
I'm
shot
being
the
redundant,
ball.
but I want to hammer this point home. Let's do a blind comparison.
go to the hole,
Last year's
bro.
All-Star game versus a primetime NBA game from last week. Here's the first 11 shots from both those games.
Damn.
Game on your left, 10 threes, 1 2-pointer. Game on your right, 5 threes, 5 2-pointers. Looking at that play-by-play data, I'm sure you figured it out. On your left, Suns vs. Lakers, the primetime game.
That's crazy.
And on the right, the All-Star game.
Look at all them threes, bro.
Shocked. Well, not that shocked.
And look,
Wow.
my stance on threes is pretty simple. The three-pointer's been around for close to 45 years. And for the first 30 years, it was a good thing, it wasn't abused, and wasn't taken advantage of. Nobody wants to see 45 threes taken again, again, and again, and that's all you do. That's unwatchable. It's not good basketball.
Yeah, that's bad,
And one
bro.
last thing I do want to do very quickly. When looking at Larry Bird's All-Star games, his last real prime peak year as an All-Star was 1988.
The excitement that the All-Star game generates, it never gets old.
To play against them all season long. Now, I'm going to see what it's like playing with them and see if I can blend my talents with their talents. You know,
See, look how they thinking about it. Like, that's how you supposed to think about the All-Star game.
With these guys.
It's a great honor. There's no question about that. The thing is, if I didn't get picked, I'd be pretty upset, So
See?
I'm glad I'm here.
That's dope, bro.
So stopping the interviews right there, just like 1980, grateful for the game, the players, just honored to be a part of the event and show out for the fans. And if you watch this game, just watch the first quarter, the level of defense and effort, intensity, I mean, compared to the current day NBA, this year's All-Star game had more of that on both ends of the floor.
Early in the game. And they go to the loop pass. It was short. Thomas
Wow, they really playing defense.
Snubbed a year ago. He's an all-star now. So already we have a lot of shooters, but we see a little defensive aggressiveness by the East.
Who would you like to match up against?
Look at this defense.
I
Look.
want to play Jordan.
Look at the ball pressure.
On the pick and roll, Karl Malone gears a
They going hard to the paint.
Western Star. English didn't have
Look at that,
control,
bro.
and Jordan
Look at that, bro.
to Wilkins.
If only our generation played like this, bro.
The starting center.
Look at this. Good pass. Look, good defense. That would have been an easy lay in today's game.
Great defensive play by Olajuwon.
Look.
Now, stopping in that right there, I'm not cherry picking anything. That is the first quarter, the first 5 minutes of the first quarter, and there's that many great defensive plays by both teams.
Yeah, that's fine.
Not cherry picking in the slightest. And looking at the final score of this game, it was 138-133, which is a pretty decent score
That's
for an
a
All-Star
decent,
game.
yeah.
Now,
that's
that score, it's telling for a couple of reasons. First off, compared to the modern NBA, already this year, 29 teams have scored 134 points or more.
Damn.
What does that tell you guys?
No
Teams
defense.
nowadays during the regular season aren't giving effort like superstar players back in the day.
He ain't lying.
Like I said earlier regarding Steph Curry trying to revamp the All-Star game, it's a valiant effort. But what it comes down to is the players actually caring, having passion for the game, and with respect for the fans. Somewhere from the 1980s till now, that respect, that connection fans to players, it was lost. When it happened, I don't really know. But here's one thing I do know. If these trends continue, if the NBA keeps going downhill, fans keep getting alienated more, this game in the 2030s into the 2040s, not going to be in a great spot. So that right there is the end of the video.
Wow.
And I'll say one last thing. Larry Bird's first All-Star game as a rookie, 1980. In that game, there were a total of 6 threes taken. 1988, the total threes taken was 11.
6 threes?
Now, 2024,
11?
guess this number. 168.
Damn!
Like I said earlier, three-pointers, if they're not abused, spammed, just overused,
Nah,
they're
we
fine.
spamming threes.
When you're taking nearly 170 of them, that's when the game's gone too far. The balance
Yeah,
of power
bro. That's
has tipped
crazy.
too much in one direction. As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.
Yeah, back then it seemed like they just appreciated the game more. They was more passionate about the game, played with more effort, more intensity, more physicality. Yeah, bro, the players in this generation, they don't really care for real. They don't want to play hard on defense because they just feel like they're going to get embarrassed and get put on social media and get made fun of. I feel like back then, man, the NBA was better for sure. I feel like our generation, We got a lot of talent, but back then, the NBA was better, for sure. I agree with everything in this video. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Like the video, show your boy Groovy some love, and subscribe. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Groovy signing out.